Hello, 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 John Mason. How is everybody? I hope my peeps, my co-religionists, my fellow Jews have been having a lovely Passover. I know I have. We, my congregation, celebrated Passover, alas, still over Zoom. But I look forward to the day when we can all meet again in person. And we can speed that day by continuing to wear the mask, practice social distancing, and wash our hands and get the vaccines. As I've stated, I went to the VA in Philadelphia and I had my second vaccine shot on March the 12th, and the Pfizer, by the way, and it's worked out for me. I encourage you, I implore you, get the vaccine. The sooner we all hit herd immunity, like some experts say 75%, some say 80%, we can finally put this thing to rest. Along with that, there's another plague going around. That's Republican-dominated state legislatures, including Pennsylvania and particularly Georgia, have passed or is planning to pass some of the most ridiculously restrictive voter registration laws in the country. Like the one in Georgia, it would ban voting on Sunday. It would limit the number of drop-off boxes for you to put your mail-in ballot. And it would have stricter requirements for ID, ridiculously strict, with no real purpose other than to scare away minority people and people of color, retirees, students from going out to vote. And worst of all, there are criminal penalties for people who serve refreshments and water to people, mainly seniors, standing in line 4 hours in the hot sun to vote. It is fortunate that there is pushback against this. Oh, by the way, when in 2020, when Trump was complaining about not enough votes were for him, and he called Brad Raffensperger, the Georgia Secretary of State, to find the votes he needed to win. Raffensperger kept telling him, "Oh, we counted and counted and counted. There's no extra voting. It's all clean." The voting system in Georgia worked perfectly fine for last year's presidential election. So why the change now? You see that the midterms are coming up in 2022, and they noticed that Biden, the Democrat, won Georgia, a traditionally Republican state, and they realize their seats are in jeopardy. So they cook up this restrictive voter registration law and voter ID law with the sole purpose of preventing people from voting. And at the same time that the governor was signing the bill with other older white men, Brian Kemp, the governor, an African American and lesbian state representative, Park Cannon, knocked very politely on the door where the signing was taking place, in secrecy, with no witnesses and no media, and the state troopers put the cuffs on her and dragged her to jail for taking care of the people's business. Fortunately, she's out. But she was arrested for standing up for people's right to vote. It's become a crime to advocate for the right to vote. Ergo, we must continue to advocate for our right to vote and everyone else's right to vote. The hell with the law. The law is totally unjust, and we must do everything to resist it. I even heard a report about progressive veterans groups talking about going down to Georgia and in an act of civil disobedience serve people refreshments and water as they're waiting to vote. In our history, in the civil rights movement, people have marched and campaigned and fought and bled and were in prison and were killed for the right to vote. It's that important. We can't treat that like nothing. We can't just sit, we can no more sit around and say, oh, the two parties are the same, nothing's going to get done, and it's going to rain anyway, and the game's on, so to hell with it. Those days are over. I urge you, get out there and vote. Engaged in the political process, because it's your political process involving your community and your lives. I urge you to do that. Too many people have died for the right to vote. Are we going to let them down? No way. Get in the fight. I will. And on that cheery note, it is my happy duty to discuss my friends at Hemorrhific LLC. They're a wonderful little CBD store where you can all purchase your fine cannabis products like drinks and gummies and candies and all that. Check them out. Hemorrhificllc.com. And my good friend Michelle Snow, career coach extraordinaire. She'll help you network, she'll help you, and she'll encourage you to move your business forward. And do what you can to up your game. Make your business better. growwithsnow.com. Okay, cats and kittens. I'm out. I'm out of this video, but not out of the fight. No way. And neither should you be. Take care. Bye.